Okay. So we have almost done with the third module and fifth module. The recording still I have to share it. That is fine. Now I'm just doing the remaining half of the second module. Somewhere left out. So I have just okay. So here, let me go to the slideshow. So the topic here is how to manage the cloud environment, right? So the cloud computing deployment, right? So the deployment has to be monitored. One second. I'll disable the waiting room. Cloud computing deployments must be monitored and managed in order to be optimized for best performance, right? So how are you going to monitor? How are you going to monitor it? And we need to manage it in order so that it can be optimized for best performance, right? So cloud management software provides capabilities for managing the faults and then the configuration. That could be some problems. That could be some problems connected with configuration, accounting, accountability, performance, security, right? So managing the cloud, basically cloud management involves completely as a short form. I mean, the abbreviated form, it is called as FCAPS. What is FCAPS? F stands for fault, C stands for the configuration, A stands for accounting, P stands for performance, and then S stands for security. So all this together we need to manage, right? And we also have a distributed management task force, Open Cloud Standards Incubator, which will take care of this. Right? So what are the fundamental features which are offered by traditional network management systems? So normally, what are the fundamental features if you think about it? One is the administration of resources. The second part is configuring the resources. Third is enforcing security. So how to enforce security across. The fourth one is monitoring the operations, then optimizing the performance, policy management, performing maintenance, and provisioning of resources. So all this is coming as a part of this, right? So here what happens is, so how are we going to do that? So network management acronym, as I told you, FCAPS, fault, configuration, accounting, performance, security. So the first letter of each word has been taken and it has been told as FCAPS. So managing the cloud also, as you know, we have been cloud itself is the internet we are talking about, and we are connected with the network. Whatever you do with the network management, the same thing is applicable for the cloud environment also. So what are the things we have to take care? Whether we have a suitable fault tolerant mechanism, whether the configuration has to be maintained, the accounting, whether it is done properly, performance wise, how it is going to help you out, then the security. Okay, so all this comes as a part of managing the cloud students. Okay, now what is a fault? So we'll understand what is fault management. A fault is an event that has a negative significance. So what is goal of fault management? We need to recognize what is a fault, then we need to isolate it, we correct, and there could be some log fault that occurs in the network, right? So we should analyze, we should do some kind of analysis to predict the errors so that the network is always available, right? So we need to monitor. So how do we do that? We need to monitor different things for an abnormal behavior, right? So when a fault or an event occurs, a network component will often send a notification to the network operator using either a protocol such as SNMP. Simple network, what is SNMP stands for? Simple Network Management Protocol, to collect the information about the network devices. right? So, and then it will write a message to its console, right? For a console server to catch and create a log for it. In turn, the management station will be configured to make a network administrator aware of the problems, right? So allowing what kind of action can be taken, allowing appropriate action to be taken. This notification is supposed to trigger. It could be done manually, or you can automate these activities. So most of the cloud environment will involve automation of many process, right? So it has to trigger this process automatically. For example, gathering of more data to identify the nature and severity of problem, or we need to bring backup equipment online. Okay, so some kind of backup. So always, as a technical person, we always know that some backup has to be there if any fault is happening. That comes to your mind. And this kind of how the fault management, right? So first of all, you understand what is a fault, right? Anything which has a negative significance, in the sense the normal activity is not happening, some kind of abnormality is happening, right? And whenever any abnormality is happening, you need to monitor, right? So this can be any kind of abnormality is happening, that can be monitored, right? So suppose that kind of abnormality is happening. So what is that in the cloud environment? How do we handle it, right? So that is where we are talking about managing the cloud environment. So managing the cloud is your main topic. Under managing the cloud, how are you managing your fault tolerance, fault, whenever any fault is occurring? So whenever a fault or event occurs, a network component will send a notification to the network operator using some protocol, SNMP, right? So to collect the information about the network devices and write the message to its console, for a console server, and it will catch the what kind of problem it is, right? And then the management station, there is a management station component which will be configured to make the administrator aware of the problems. So maybe by emailing or paging, like that. So what kind of action to be taken, allowing the administrator to take the activities, right? So that is about the fault part of it. Now configuration, if there is any problem, if there is a problem in configuration part, so what all the goal of configuration management includes to gather and store the configurations from network devices, to gather and store the configurations from network devices to simplify the configuration of the device. It should not be a very complicated process. So it has to be simplified. Then we need to track the changes that are made to the configuration. So configuration management is to track the changes that are made to the configuration, then to configure or provision the circuits or the path through non-switch networks. And we also have to plan for future expansion and scaling. So basically, everywhere you can see the scaling comes into the picture, right? Suppose if I am going to have a smaller network, then it will not be a problem. So, but if I going to increase, so whether scalability always talks about whether you are managing a suppose you are managing a smaller network, performance will be good. But if you are going to add up, right? If you are going to add up some servers, see, I am doing an horizontal scaling. So I want to add some servers, whether scalability is maintained, how the performance wise it is going to happen. So that is all about the configuration management about, right? So then we have something called accounting management. Accounting management is, the goal is to gather statistics for users. So accounting management is more concerned with tracking the network utilization information such that individual users, departments, business units, right? So they must be appropriately billed or charged for the accounting purposes, right? So maybe this may not be applicable to all companies. So billing, everything. So accounting management talks about your billing, right? How the users have used the resources, right? So it may not be applicable to all companies, but in many large organizations, the IT department is considered as a cost center. So that is going to generate revenues according to the resource utilization, right? So larger organization, maybe again we have a micro level, smaller individual departments or business units. So how know how the billing happening, right? How is the billing happening? So here, if when you talk about the billing part of it, so how the resources are being utilized. It's all cloud model itself is pay-per-use model. So you need to have some statistics for the users, how they've used the resources, right? So for non-build networks, administration replaces accounting. So the goals of administration is to administer the set of authorized users. So first of all, you check whether the users have the privilege to access the resource. So the last time I was talking about, I think before class, we were talking about identity and access management. So you remember, so now you will be able to connect the things. Now we are like, more than 50% of the syllabus, almost 60% is kind of done. So now you should be able to connect different components in the cloud. So the other day, identity and access management, I told first level of authentication is done. Then second, we after identifying the users, authorization comes into the picture. All that we were talking in the module called IAM, identity and access management. So when you talk about accounting management, managing the cloud, we will also talk about how to administer the set of authorized users, right? So by establishing users, passwords, permissions, all that. Right? So we need to administer the operation of the equipment, such as by performing software backup, synchronization, everything has to be done. Right? So accounting is often referred to as billing management. Right? So using the statistics, the user can be billed and what kind of usage quota can be enforced, right? So what are the different usage, disk usage, link utilization, CPU time, all that comes into the picture. So accounting management. So when you talk about the managing the cloud, fault management, accounting management, then we are coming to the performance management. Performance management is focused on ensuring that the network performance remains at the acceptable levels, right? So you're enabling the manager to prepare the network for the future. So how the efficiency is being calculated, the efficiency of the current network. So network performance, when you talk about, addresses the throughput, network response time, packet loss rates, link utilization, percentage of utilization, error rates significantly low, it should be, response time should be good, right? And then throughput should be efficient. So many performance metrics are there. Okay, so based on your problem, like a problem statement, you can know the performance metrics may vary from model to model, right? So when you are proposing any model, then we will always see to that your model is going to be efficient with respect to all this, right? So when you talk about the network performance, addresses all these metrics, whether it is throughput or network response time, packet loss rates, link utilization, percentage utilization, error rate, and so forth. Then the last part of it, I think the security management. Okay, so then we will summarize all together. Security management is a process of controlling the access to the assets in the network. So security management is not only concerned with ensuring that the network environment is secure, but also we need to see to that the security related information is analyzed regularly. So security is always an afterthought. Okay, so most of the organization, security has been an afterthought. Then once the attack or some kind of fabrication happens, some kind of major damage happens to the organization where the sensitive data is being lost, then they take actions, right? But across the cloud, it's a very important thing. So security management functions includes what? Managing network authentication, authorization, auditing, in both internal as well as external users, right? So what are the other common thing? Intrusion detection systems. We should have proper IDS. Network firewall should work. So what is intrusion? When you talk about intrusion, this is again security related thing only. We have many tools. Okay, we have many tools to monitor our systems. Intrusion, when you talk about the word intrusion is a illegitimate entry into the system. So legitimate, illegitimate, you know what is that, right? So an illegal entry to the system by the user who does not have the privilege. They don't have the privilege to use the system, but still they are trying to have access to the particular system. So intrusion IDS should be properly installed, so that you may there is something called intrusion detection system IDS, and also we have something called IPS. What is IPS? IPS is intrusion prevention system. So always nowadays before we get a virus, before we are affected with virus, it is better we put the vaccine and keep. So like that, the same thing, before an attack happens in the organization, our important asset is the sensitive information of the organization. So before any attack happens with respect to security, how do we protect the data? So that is all talking about IPS, intrusion prevention system. So for IDS as well as IPS, we have some monitoring tools, right? So SNORT, SNORT. You can just Google about that, SNORT. It is one network monitoring tools, right? So it will, what it will do when there is any abnormal activity happening, then some kind of alert message has been passed by the software itself. And we should also maintain proper security policies. So when you create a policy itself, security policy has to be properly, it should be enhanced, right? So now we need to talk about, now this is all about the network management thing, right? So what separates a network management package from a cloud computing management packages? The cloudly characteristics. What are the cloudly characteristics? We know that billing is on pay as you go basis. The management services extremely scalable. The management services ubiquitous. Okay, ubiquitous. In the beginning, I was talking about all the types of computing, right? Ubiquitous computing. You can sit anywhere in the world and you can do the computing, right? Ubiquitous computing. Communication between the cloud and other system uses